Hello, hello, it's Angela Kirby, and it's time to do the weekly Mandala Oracle. Taking from my book, Creating Wisdom in Magic and Life and Love, I will be choosing randomly an oracle. There are 54 in this book, and that one of them will be relevant to the next coming few days. So let's see what happens when we do that. So let's have a bit of a look. What is it that we could do with knowing as a collective that would benefit us all this coming week? In these big times that we're in. All right, boundaries, here we go. All right, there we go. You can have a look at that one. Beautiful drawing. I remember loving doing this drawing too, because there are colours in here that I wouldn't normally have chosen. I get directed to do this particular work, to do each of the mandalas. And some, ordinarily I'd like to just be using the bold colours that I like to use. But occasionally, or not occasionally, but when I go in and there's colours that I wouldn't normally pick up, it's like, I question them. But they're always beautiful to work with, and always surprisingly inviting in some manner, and in meaning that they either by the colours that are already underneath, or that they're the ones that go underneath to go other colours on top, and how they blend beautifully. It's a real adventure doing this work, I can tell you that right now. Anyway, enough of that. I'm going to read out what the mantra is. This is number 38, it's boundaries, and then I'm going to read out what the meaning is. So boundaries, we already know what the word means, doesn't it? Don't we? So a circle of love, a circle of life, this mandala is now in our life. Allow it to open its pleasure and delight through seeing and feeling. In meditation, it will guide us. Allow it to whisper its wisdom. Can we hear what the messages are? Write what we hear and feel, and study it deeply, and release for our path to be. So boundaries. Sometimes the boundaries we place around ourselves may become restrictive, and we can be uncertain of our own footage. With surety you trust, you invite, you bring about. Your gifts are many as you contemplate the shifts to go in place, creating movement to untangle yourself from enmeshed friendships and work colleagues or family members. The time is now to cease any behaviours holding you blatantly from the path, your path. Meditation will assist in accessing any denial around what you may be ignoring, allowing the truth of what you have created to reveal itself fully. So, is it working for you or against you? So that for then what no longer works for you, you let go. Okay, so you can do it. No matter what others say, it is you that must do what you feel must be done. Okay, so you're always supported and guided, and meditating and centering yourself. The next right action for you appears and sits fully within you, ready to step into. Sorry for stuttering there. It's really important listening to your dialogue with Source, Spirit, whatever you call that, whatever you choose to use. The answers always come in, little hints along the way. And I always say thank you, like getting the park and the green light and all those sort of things, always say thank you. But when you're purposefully asking for guidance, and you're always answered. And I just love how I'm answered, and how we all get to be answered. But are we really listening? And always say thank you, as I said. But the last sentence says, even in times of great upheaval, there's always a spot where we can choose to bring in stillness, in which we can relax within for a moment to seek our truth. Okay, so sometimes when we make some decisions, other people are not going to like it. But sometimes we have to tell people after the fact. It's working out how you can work in and around this, but we've got to follow our own path, no matter how ridiculous it may seem to other people. Anyway, that's up for you to assess. You be gentle and be kind, and if you have any questions, you can certainly ask me. Ciao, ciao.